What's up, guys? In today's Outlier video, we're going to be using the iOS app and looking at the PRA lines for the NBA, and this is very interesting. Outlier's added a lot of new supporting stats that we're going to dive right into. So off the bat, I'm selecting the PRA tab, points, rebounds, and assists. If you're not familiar with that, it is basically the combined points, rebounds, and assists an NBA player gets in the game. So we're going to click on that tab, and we're going to scroll over here to Max Strus. And off the bat, we can look at the opponent ranking for PRA overall. We can look at last 10 hit rate, last 20, last 2023, and 2022. So let's get into it and select on this little tab that'll take us to Max Strus, and let's look at it. So off the bat, it shows us the last 5, hit in 3 of his last 5. We could look at last 10, 8 of last 10, which is looking really nice, and 2023, covering in 65% of games this season. And yeah, guys, we could scroll a little lower over here to look at the supporting stats. Minutes played, he's averaging 35.1 minutes per game, which is actually a lot more than he was averaging last season because he wasn't playing on Cleveland. He was actually on Miami. So he's averaging more minutes with Cleveland. And if we take a look, he's not really getting into foul trouble often. 2.5 fouls a game, averaging 11.8 field goal attempts per game, 7.6 three-pointers made, or 3 points attempted per game, 1.4 free throws a game. And you can look at his rebounds, averaging 5.8 rebounds per game. And if you want to look at assists as well, you can take a look at the individual assists. He's been going pretty well with his assist lines as well. So over here, back to the PRA line, he's been hitting it very consistently recently, but we're going to scroll a little lower and look at the matchup. So overall, Atlanta is actually not having a great defense this season. They're 26th in points allowed, and they're 27th in assists allowed. They are on the higher end for rebounds allowed. They have much better defense for rebounds. But Max Strus is a small forward, and this new positional stat is very interesting if we click it. As we can see, Atlanta's green in all 3 categories. They're not having great points allowed to small forwards. They're allowing a lot of points to them. They're allowing a lot of rebounds, and they're even allowing more assists to small forwards, which is really good for us as we are on Max Strus, who is a small forward. And if we go down here, we can see the line movement as well, and we could also adjust for example, games at home. Outlier knows that this game is at home, so it only gives you the home game option, which is great. He's covered this line in 56% of home games this season. And if we keep going, get rid of the home, we could look at games without certain players. As we can see, these are the guys who are out today. Not many major injuries. Maybe Dean Wade, if we select him, we could see only 4 games without Dean Wade, and he dropped 36 PRA in his last game without Dean Wade. And if we click on this delete button and then apply, then all the filters will be taken off. Once again, we click matchup, we'll see the injuries. No major injuries for the Cavs today that will really affect Strus's playing time, and more rankings over here. And one last thing is we could look at is head-to-head. So Strus hasn't had any head-to-head games in the last 2 seasons against, as we said, Atlanta. But if you look at other PRA props, it will show you head-to-head from the last 2 seasons. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's how I like to look at the PRA lines, especially with this new positional stat. It's very interesting because, a team could actually be allowing low rebounds on overall, but against a certain position, they could be allowing a lot more rebounds. So that's what I liked about Max Strus's PRA. Once again, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and also download Outlier on the iOS app so you guys are able to look at all of these and all the PRA lines for every line today and every other day in the NBA. I'll see you guys later.